Hi everybody, I'm Andreea for those of you who are new on my channel, and in today's video I'm going to create a look for those days when you look very tired, when you did not have a good night's sleep. Sleep is kind of a luxury nowadays, isn't it? Sometimes I don't get enough sleep. I've realized I have to prioritize in order to actually have enough. But for days when I look tired, that my skin looks dull, that my eyes are like deep in my head, I just look sick. We kind of look sick when we're tired, aren't we? For those days in particular, I've created this very simple look using just a handful of product. This is something that everybody can do. In this video, I talk about not just the technique that you should use, but also in terms of like coloring, what you should use and what you should stay away from. So before we get into this video, please make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, that you've clicked on that ring bell button. This way you're going to be notified whenever I'm posting a new video. Now, if you'd like to see how I've created a simple look for when you look tired and feel tired, then please keep on watching. Actually, I'm super tired today. I don't know why, but I did not have a good night's sleep. And that happens to the best of us. So I've already prepped the skin, meaning that I've used such hydrating products. I've used hyaluronic serum, I've used a mask, I've applied a mask, I've also applied my moisturizer, and then I've really massaged the skin. Another trick that I've learned, I haven't tried it myself, but I've seen so many bottles do. So they put a ton of ice in water and then they just put their face into that ice cold, literally ice cold water, and they sit in there for like 30 seconds. I know it sounds so frightening, at least for me, but it really works. Like after they come back, like they're like depuffed and they just look so fresh. That could be a trick. Super important, when you're tired, your skin is kind of dull, so it kind of misses that luminosity. So I like to bring back that luminosity by using a illuminating primer. And I really like this one from Giorgio Armani. This is the Fluid Sheer, and the color, I'm using the color 1 because I'm super pale right now. I don't think you guys can actually imagine how pale I actually am when I don't have a self-tan. So I'm taking that, I put it on the back of my hand, and I'm applying it on the highest points of the face, on my forehead, on top of that eyebrow, cheekbones. So this product is going to reflect light, you can already see it, and the skin has just a little bit more luminosity. And that's what we want. Now, looking at your face in a mirror, you kind of know what makes you look tired. It's usually the eyes, okay? So some people have like really puffy eyes and also dark circles. So I'm going to start by using concealer. I'm going to use this Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And I said before, I prefer something that has more coverage because then I can dilute it with moisturizer, oils. I'm using the color light medium. And I like to start with a little bit of product. I'll use this It Cosmetics brush. This is the Airbrush Concealer. Don't do the mistake of applying a much lighter concealer than your actual skin tone. That's gonna make you look gray under your eyes. If you have very bad dark circles, like super dark, use a corrector. A great corrector is this apricot from Clinique. This is the Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer, but the apricot, check for this color. It's the corrector and it's amazing. This is how my skin looks like with just a tiny little bit of concealer. Now, if you want more, you can apply a little bit more. I'm going to apply just a little bit of concealer around my nose and on my chin. Don't use too much of this Tarte Shape Tape. It's super high coverage. Little goes a long way. Whatever I have left on my brush, I'm gonna apply it on my eyelids. So I have not applied anything on my forehead nor on the rest of my face. Very important thing that you can do when you're tired is to use a blush. A blush can save the day, really. Just a little bit of rosy cheeks, it's going to make you look healthy. My absolute favorite color, and guys, it works with so many skin tones, is this Shiseido Sonoya 01. That's the name of the color. And the product, it's called Minimalist Whipped Powder Blush. So it feels like a cream, but actually when you apply it, it's more like a powder. So this is a Laura Mercier brush. It's for cheeks, actually. So I take the product on one side of the brush. Very important. Don't use both of the sides, because the clean side is going to help you blend in case you've applied too much. So you take this product and you apply it. You have to look straight into the mirror without necessarily smiling, because when you smile, it might be like a wrong placement for you. So here, I've applied a little bit. I can tell that it's already like kind of pigmented, so I go on the other cheek. With the same side of the brush, I just spread this product. Same part of the brush, right? Now I turn it around and I just dab it all over. Also, just a swipe on the bridge of the nose. Concealer and blush already made a huge difference on my face. So brows are very, very important. They're the only line on the face that gives us expression. So it matters a lot the way you contour them. If you create like this kind of an angle, imagine, right? If you make them too pointy, it's gonna make you look mean. If you fill them in too much in here, right? Like too high, then it's going to look something like this. So it just gives you expression. They're so important. Make sure that you contour them with your favorite product. I will put a link in here with my eyebrow tutorial. My technique didn't really change. Okay, I've done the eyebrows and I think that the whole face looks already very different. Next step is just a matter of preference. If you are the person that likes to apply something on the eyelids, like I know that there are women that do not leave the house without their black eyeliner or like just a little black at the base of their lashes. I'm not like that. For me, actually, it helps a lot if I use a little bit of highlighter on my eyelids. I'll use the lighter color from this palette, this one right here. I think this is Shopaholic. I'll just take it with my finger. I love their eyeshadows. This is from, by the way, this is from Makiage, and this palette in particular, it's called the Trendsetter. So I'll take that color and I will apply it on the middle of my eyelid. You see how it just brings the eye more forward? Usually when I get tired, I feel like the eyes go like deep in my head. So I just want to bring the eyes forward. Do whatever you feel like works best with your eyes. I feel like this is the best for me. Also, you can apply that eyeshadow in the inner corner of the eye. And now we're going to powder. I'm going to take back my concealer brush and I will just make sure that there's no product that creased in there. Very important step. I talk about it all the time. I'll take my good old Laura Mercier. For me, this powder is not too dry. I'll use it just a little bit under the eyes, like just a little bit. And then I'll take a little bit more, like this amount, and then I just press it into the bristles like this. And I apply it right here. Because in here, especially if I'm not wearing a foundation, I get super oily. A little bit on my forehead. I am going to apply mascara, NARS Climax, my absolute favorite mascara right now. Mascara just opens up the eyes and contours them. Even if you don't have to have like lashes long and thick. Even if you have applied mascara just right at the base of your lashes, you know, it's going to beautifully contour the shape of your eye. When it comes to the lips, I think it's super important the color that you pick. If you are a light or a medium, it's not a rule, okay? It's not a rule, but it's more like a general thing that works for most from my experience, but don't take it as a rule, okay? Uh, but from my experience, if you have light or fair or light medium skin tone, try to avoid using lipsticks that are on a brownish side, especially if you're tired. I try to apply a lipstick that's a little bit more vibrant than the actual color of my lips. That's going to flatter you the most. So here I have a Kat Von D lipstick. This is in the color Lolita. I think this is going to look good on a lot of people, but this is very opaque. It's a classic lipstick. It's matte, but it's pretty opaque, so it has a lot of pigment. So what I like to do, take the lipstick. You can see the color. Right? So it's just a little bit more vibrant than my actual lip color. I apply it by dabbing it like so. And then I spread it like this with my fingers. It's not too obvious. I have something on my eyes. I feel like on the eyes it's a little bit too shimmery, but you know, I can always use my fingers to tone it down a bit. Now, to this look, you can add bronzer, highlighter, and a setting mist. You know, that's not necessary, something that you could use. Let me show you, for the sake of this video, I'll show you how it looks with all these three products and what difference it makes. But just so you know, if I am in a hurry, if I look tired, this is the kind of makeup that I would do. I make sure that my under eyes are covered. I make sure that I have some sort of color in my cheeks, a little bit of mascara, and then that's pretty much it. Like, that's like my focus, my main focus. Now let's use some bronzer, and I'll actually use this one from Il Makiage. This is in Waka. I hope they will bring this product on the website, because last time I checked they didn't have it. I don't use it a lot because I don't want to tease you with like a product that you can't really find. I bought it from the store. I take the bronzer with a 137 brush from MAC. And then I kind of apply the bronzer more like everywhere. I focus it on the sides of my face, like a little bit on the hairline, but then I will kind of apply it everywhere, like so. When you have a little bit of tan, for some reason we feel like the person looks a little bit more healthy. You can see that I am having makeup, but it's not like the first thing that you see. Okay, I'm gonna use my RMS Magic Luminizer. I love this thing. It's a creamy highlighter, super easy to use, just apply it with your fingers. Again, you do not have to do that, especially if you've applied like a luminous base like I've already done. I'm just giving you options, and I want you to see how it looks like when we add things. Alright guys, this is the look with the highlighter. I've applied it more like right here. I'm also going to use a setting spray. Now what this does, it's going to make your skin look even more dewy, more luminous, especially if it's the kind of spray that has some sort of moisture. This is just MAC Fix Plus, by the way. Alright guys, this is my final look. This is my suggestion for a look whenever you're tired, you're in a rush, and you want to create something that looks super fresh and healthy looking. Hope you enjoyed this look. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what makes your whole look like wake up. Like, what is your trick? If you have any trick that works, that you find it really works for you, please share it with the rest of us. You can also follow me on Instagram. I love to have you guys in there as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.